All right, guys, we began this morning with these sounds and images from Los Angeles that have everyone talking. The shocking video of Sunday's shooting on LA's Skid Row has been viewed millions of times. Now, in the video, you can see the man who was believed to be homeless violently struggle with police. Before the gunfire, you can hear the sounds of a taser, and one rookie officer yelled that the man grabbed his gun. During a press conference, the police chief had this to say.
This is an extreme tragedy. We feel great compassion in the LAPD for people who live in conditions of homelessness and often mental illness with no treatment. We prepare our officers to deal as best they can with them, but the reality is this is much more than a problem that the police alone can solve.
Wow, well said. Powerful words right there. I have to say, I absolutely agree with them. Jared and Jess, I'd love to get your opinion. Of course, this video was viewed so much in our studio alone this morning. What are your thoughts on this?
I think, like, the average person like me, I'm not used to hearing gunshots like that. So to hear 5, it's like, whoa, why did they have to shoot 5 times? 1 wasn't enough. But I don't know what the protocol is when it comes to police safety or in that situation. So.
Yeah, 5 or 6 shots definitely seems excessive. They are taught to shoot to kill in situations like that, right?
Okay.
Very true.
So, you know, the police protocol was followed in this case, and we don't know necessarily what that feels like. You know, when somebody's grabbing for your weapon, you know, you're in fear for your life.
Well, if someone broke into my home, like I've lived through a home invasion, and I'm thinking next time around anything happens, I'm going to shoot to kill to defend myself.
Hey, do what you got to do, but at the same time, you know, this was a homeless man, probably with mental illness. So, you know, as things I'm sure will develop, but I know Kristen you got some more stuff on this, right?
Yes, absolutely. Speaking of developing info, so a lot of people are asking, you know, will this turn out to be another like Michael Brown-esque Eric Garner case? Well, the homeless man was black. One of the officers was also black. All of the officers are on administrative leave. A lot of people out there also saying that, you know, this could be the case of body cams on, you know, police officers. Would this have helped us understand exactly what went wrong? But either way, definitely terrifying video to watch. We will keep you guys updated on that. So moving on, today is the day that Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will speak before Congress. Now, it is not clear how many members of Congress will be in attendance. Today's speech has been a big point of contention for the White House and the majority Republican-controlled Congress, who invited the Prime Minister to speak without consulting the administration. One main talking point during the speech is expected to be about the ongoing negotiations between Iran and the U.S. for a nuclear deal. And while Netanyahu is speaking before Congress about his opposition to a nuclear deal, Secretary of State John Kerry will be half a world away in Switzerland in talks with Iran. Now, President Obama hinted yesterday that part of the deal could include the possibility of Iran agreeing to pause its nuclear capabilities for 10 years or longer. The deal would be in return for lifting international sanctions against Iran. Overseas, while Iraqi voices are battling ISIS, back home, Twitter is waging their own battle over the terror group. The organization has shut down or suspended nearly 2,000 accounts over the last few days. Since the suspensions, Twitter has come under threats, but a spokesperson for the company has a security team investigating. And we close your top 5 news headlines with a scandalous secret emerging from this portrait of former President Bill Clinton. Now, the artist who painted the picture says he included a shadow of the infamous blue dress that belonged to, of course, Monica Lewinsky, a nod to the affair that almost brought down the president. The artist describes Clinton actually as the most famous liar of all time, and the shadow represents, very salty, the shadow represents a metaphorical shadow on the office he held. But you know, I keep looking at that picture, wondering where on earth is that infamous cigar?
Kristen.
I mean, it could be anywhere. Do you guys see it anywhere in there? Maybe the shaded area somewhere down there?
You know what, I kind of see it. I do.
You know what, I hope the president, the former president, didn't pose for that. You know, was actually in the room with this guy for this, because then it's like, man, dude, like, really?
No, he didn't. They said the mannequin was, they used a mannequin. He did pose for the picture, but the mannequin was used separately. So they kind of staged it, so he had no idea, you know, kind of the double entendre happening.
Can you imagine the painter, like, after he left, like,
Yes. There's also rumors that the White House is saying you guys have to take that away. You know, some sources are saying that's not true. So we don't exactly know the truth, but it's still pretty crazy otherwise.
I always liked Bill.